Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and I've got one slow day and then one killer day to tell you about.
Mountain Man Treasures.
Thanks for stopping in, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. I go to garage sales in the summer. I find things that I think are priced low, and then I sell them online for a profit. Now, in addition to garage sales, I guess, I go to thrift stores. I go to estate sales. Sometimes I buy things from retail stores, and sometimes I troll Facebook Marketplace and find things off of there that I think I can sell for a profit. And our highest dollar item in this batch of sales came off of a Facebook Marketplace deal. Let's take a look at what sold. Then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about it. How about it? We'll get to that one here in a minute. We're going to start on the opposite end this time because, well, I'm in charge. Stanley Kubrick. This is the Stanley Kubrick Essential Collection. Picked this one up at the church sale that you just saw. I forgot to add this comp in that video, actually. There's some wear to it, obviously, to the case, but the movie itself, and it's got a guide in there, perfectly okay. This one wound up taking an offer on last night. It was listed at about $23, took an offer of $20 plus shipping, paid $1 for it. This has been sitting around in my store for, I don't even know how long. It might be a couple of years. And so when I got an offer yesterday, about dinner time, I thought, yeah, we're taking that. I'm not even going to counter. Let's get it out. It's a mini tripod ball head. I mean, I don't know how many people are looking for this thing. It's made in Germany. When I get cameras and like a bag full of gear, generally I part it out. And so this was just one of the pieces sitting in there. I sold the bag and the strap and the manual and lenses and, you know, whatever. And this is one of the leftovers. And so $14.50 plus shipping on that guy. Then we got Halloween on DVD. This is new and sealed, and it went for $14.29 plus shipping. Starting lineup figure here, Warwick, well done, back from the Bucks. That guy was a boss. Well, Jerome Bettis was the boss, but he was fun to watch. And this one, not worth a whole lot, $3.99 plus shipping for that. Let's get this guy back here. Dragon Naturally Speaking Home. This is a speech recognition software system. We've got the software here, and it's still new and factory sealed there. And we've got the headsets that came with it. And then, honestly, I'm not even sure what this is. It came with it. It's, I don't know. We're going to send it with it because I bought it with it, came with it. So we're going to send it with it. $64.99. Free shipping. That's not going to be all that expensive to ship out, so no big deal. We got an overseas one here. A cat, diesel power, old strap back hat. This one going to the UK, $15.99 plus that international shipping. Then we got a viewer sale over here. This is, of course, King Louis from the Jungle Book. You wind up his arms and he does somersaults. It's a pretty cool little figure. Justin and Ida picking this one up. Justin, I think it was Justin, saying that he's going to add this to his little shelf of characters. He's been watching the channel for some time, learned a lot, and he and Ida started Texas Rapid Resale. I think they said it was a year in May, and the store looks like it's doing very well. Lots of sales, lots of cool items in the store. So go check out their store, see if there's something in there that you like. But $9.98 plus shipping for King Louis. Guys, thank you so much. And then we got this guy. This is the big winner of the day. Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns. This is one where I bought the game for 20 bucks off of a Facebook Marketplace listing. And they had a whole bunch of other games and an Atari system and everything. And I told him, this is the only thing that I'm interested in, is that game. Would you sell that game to me? And he did. Then we sent it in to get it graded. And that took about like 10 months. It sat there forever. Finally came back 6.5. I was hoping for a 7 or higher, but 6.5, I'll take it. There's not a lot of new Pitfall 2 that you find for the Atari in general. So I thought it would be fun to try and get it graded. Now, I did end up paying about $100 or so once you figured in shipping and everything for that grading process. So $120 in. It's definitely expensive to get into it. And you're gambling that you get a decent grade. We got a 6.5, but the seal is an A+, which is good. That helps us out a lot. And I took an offer on this one last night for $300 plus shipping. So, you know, at the end of the day, we about double our money, and we give somebody a really cool piece to display. So I'm happy with that. You know, obviously you always want more, but $300 for a $120 investment, you double your money. Good deal. And then just a couple to finish us out on this one. Things slowed down a little bit in the store. We've got some Mary Kay Nourishing Plus Lip Gloss. We've still got some Mary Kay stuff left, and it's still selling. $6.99 plus shipping on that. Another one of our little Spice Village houses going out. This one, Pepper. Again, Lennox back from 1989. These are now 100% profit on every one that we sell, because I think this is the fourth one now. We paid $10 for everything. I think we were in the profit a couple ago, actually, but this one going out for $22.50 plus shipping. A couple of the pins going out, and going out to a viewer. We've got a semi-truck pin. We've got a bunch of those. And then this is the only one that I found so far. This is the old Wendy's. Get to focus there. There you go. The Hot and Juicy from vintage Wendy's. Those both going to Todd, viewer of the channel. He said they're going into his girlfriend's collection, and wondered if we could combine shipping on those. And yes, of course, we are going to combine shipping, get you the difference back. I got a whole bunch of pins listed, vintage pins, and then there are a bunch more coming. I have probably 300 still to go through, but I'm waiting to get these, the pin backs. We got them from a viewer of the channel. We bought them from a viewer, and a lot of them didn't have the pin back, and so I had to order replacements. I got some, but I did not get enough, so more are on the way. They'll probably get here next week, and then I'll be able to start listing more. I know I've got a couple of messages about those pins, so there will be more coming, but I do have a good amount of them listed already. This a prop replica from Lock and Key. This is, I guess, the Omega key, that the Greek Omega symbol, and this sold for $9.98 plus shipping. This thing, if you find it and you can get it for cheap, pick it up. It has a great sell-through rate. I've sold this 3 times now, I think. This is Kung Pao. It's a spoof, of course, on the old Kung Fu movies. This is Enter the Fist, like Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. $9.79 plus shipping. And then we've got the Oakley Beanie. This one going out the door for $8.53 plus shipping. Not too shabby, right? I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, yesterday was a $79 day. Not a great day. But when the day before that you sell a $300 item, that balances out, right? And eBay generally balances out. You can't take a look at how well your store is doing on a day-by-day basis. You'll drive yourself crazy. Even week by week sometimes is not a really good metric. Take a look at it in a little bit of a longer term. Look at it by the month. A lot of times that's a little bit more of an accurate picture of how things are going. But even then, there's seasons. You know, there's times where things pick up. There's times when things slow down. So, you know, just don't freak out when you've got a slow day or a slow couple days, you know, or don't get too overly excited when you've got a massive day, because the next day, like mine, is going to end up being $79. But I'm very happy with how all that turned out. And yeah, that video game, as we talked about there, you know, I picked up for $20, sent it in. It took forever to get it back. And was it worth it to send it in, get it graded, and spend the extra money? I don't know. It was probably a wash, quite honestly. But whoever got it then ultimately has it graded. And so it looks better in their collection. And honestly, we make about probably the same if we would have just sold it new and sealed without being graded. So, you know, it's cool. I hadn't graded anything before, so I did also want to kind of go through that process and see how it works. That way, if something comes up and I want to do that again, now I know how it works. So that's what I've sold in the last little bit. Not been a lot, but we've got definitely a winner in there. We've also got a winner that showed up in the mountain. This came from our good friend Dina, and she makes stuff like this. It's really, really cool. And I'm going to see if I can find out from her a link to her stuff, to her store. I'm going to get her to send that to me, and I'm going to put it in the description underneath if I can get that from her, because you guys might want to buy some stuff from her. She sent this to me. Check this out. This giant flask got our logo on there, which is so cool. And it's like sealed in there. Hook it on a backpack or a belt. It's got a little clasp over here on this side and then a little push button. So really, really cool. Dina, thank you so much. Like I said, I had to get this out of the car because I've been using it. I think it's awesome. So thank you so much. This is fantastic to have in the car while I'm out there doing the sales. You know, initially I've got to have that caffeine, but after that, you got to hydrate. You got to get some water in the system when it's a long day of garage sales. So this is going to get a ton of use. This is going to be incredibly useful next weekend. I'm going to the 50-mile garage sale in the Bitterroot Valley, and that is a long day of sales. This is going to come in extremely handy, and this is coming with us to that sale. And if you're up in the Missoula, Montana area, actually, get a hold of me. We'll connect, and we can meet up at that sale. I'm going to be there on Thursday night. It starts Friday and it runs Saturday. I'm going to meet up, maybe have some dinner or something on Thursday night if some folks are interested. So get a hold of me if you're going to be there. And I've got another reason that you can get a hold of me, something that we're going to, I think, start periodically. I don't know if it's going to be in every video thing or even in every week thing. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. But something that I thought of this morning that it might be fun. Actually, it sort of came out of Farmer Mark. You guys have seen him on the channel before. He's a fantastic friend. And he sent me a picture this morning and said, hey, look, this is my best find of the day. Way better than the stuff that I found. I found a couple of things that are okay. I'm mostly struck out this morning, at least in terms of either quantity or quality. I found a few things. You know, I found a few fillers. It was kind of a bad morning. But Mark found a killer item. And I thought, you know what? I talk about all the time, read the comments because there's great information in there. There's so many resellers out there that are very, very good, but don't necessarily have a YouTube channel. Some of the best resellers in the world don't have YouTube channels. That's because they can then focus on reselling, right? So I think, you know what, let's take that to the next level. I want to show you what Mark found. Check this out. Yeah, and he doesn't even know I'm doing this, but I don't think he'll care. Now, these are, it looks like, to me, you know, rubber face. I don't know that they're Rushton. Rushton is the name brand you want to watch for this. But if you find any critters looking like this, you know, they're old plush, old stuffed animals, you know, they've got that look, but then the face is rubber. Keep an eye out for those guys and pick them up. I can't tell if Mark got both of those. It looks like the tag is on one of them for $5. And then the other one, I would assume maybe $5 as well. There's even a troll doll sitting off there to the side. But the two that we're focusing on are the rubber face monkeys. Now, guys, these, whether Mark paid $5 for both of them or $5 a piece, it doesn't matter. It was a steal of a deal because these things sell extremely well. Take a look at the comps. It's going to depend much on condition, and it's going to depend on the market at the time. They're fantastic. If you find these, pick them up. Absolute bolo. That is what we're going to do. You know, you guys have my email address. You have my Instagram information. It's down below in the description. If you find something that's, hey, look what I found. This is a killer item, and I got it for a steal of a deal. Send me a picture. Send me a little bit of information, and then we can drop it on a video and share it with the rest of the folks out there. And then it's one more thing that you guys can put in your reseller tool belt in order to make more money out there. So congratulations, Mark. That a fantastic score for you. If you guys have had some scores, send it to me. We'll see if we can work it into an upcoming video. Guys, I appreciate it. We'll see you.